I'm Jiyeon, a year 2 student from Business Operations Management. I'm honored to present myself as the MC for today's workshop. I'd like to start our workshop by introducing our guest speaker, Mr. Gilbert Chang. Mr. Gilbert Chang is the head of retail at the Hong Kong Jockey Club. He is responsible for retail business that has over 100 retail outlets and 2 race courses. His career is multidisciplinary, from management of central operations and control, customer relations, to betting channels distribution. He was also the key player in numerous successful projects, such as the launch of internet betting services and football business. Recently, he has initiated another strategic project to revitalize Hong Kong Jockey Club's retail branches with an aim to uplift entertainment experience for customers and deliver the best-in-class segment services. Prior to his career at Hong Kong Jockey Club, Mr. Chang worked as a banker overseeing retail and credit card business operations. He holds an EMBA degree from Kellogg Graduate School of Management and Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Today, he is going to deliver a speech under the topic of Best Practices of Retail in Operations Management. Please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Gilbert Chang, with a big round of applause.
Can you all hear me? That's very clear. At the back? Okay. Well, first of all, thanks a lot for inviting me to this wonderful meeting on a Saturday afternoon, meeting with all of you here, a younger generation, which makes me feel younger as well. And before I start, I have to do a sanity check. Any one of you here is below 18? All of you here are adults by definition of Hong Kong, because the content that I'm going to share with you later on may involve some wagering, and in Hong Kong, for wagering, only people above 18 can enjoy. So, okay, you're with me, okay. And when we talk about the service operations of the Hong Kong Jockey Club, many of you may think of Mark 6, horse racing, football betting, right? And, but not many people in Hong Kong, in fact, are aware of the fact that the Hong Kong Jockey Club is the biggest charity organization in Hong Kong, and we rank actually number 6 globally. And to test out this, whether and how much you know about the Hong Kong Jockey Club, I would like to start with Chris about the roles that we play in this community contribution. And in order to motivate to, all of you here to respond, I have some nice souvenir bring along with me, which is a very cute keychain. Okay, anyone want it? So the question is very simple. I'm sure that you can answer, but be the first one to raise your hand, and my colleague, Jockey, will, pick up those who raise their hand first and have the correct answer. Okay? Shall we start now? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Sure? Okay.
Yeah.
So Jockey, I think you need to stand up in order to, play a fair game. Okay. You can read English, right? So what's the answer? Any hands? Okay.
Hey, push up.
Wrong. D. Yes. Okay. You got it. Okay. So, second. No hands? Okay. A. Is it correct? Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well done. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. B.
B or D?
D.
Oh, D. B is wrong. D is correct. Okay. So last two, huh? B. B for boy?
C.
C. Okay.
Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
The last one. Any guess?
A.
A.
Bingo.
Bingo. Okay. Good. Well done. And, in fact, according to our survey, not that many people in Hong Kong is aware of the role of Hong Kong Jockey Club in this, community contributions. And you are actually above average, okay, judging from the response and also the correct answer that you gave to all these questions. So this is our vision statement. It looks complicated to provide, a world-class horse racing, sporting, and also hiking entertainment. And then the other side is for the community manufacturers. But if you study accounting, you know what's balance sheet? Balance sheet is left hand, right hand, and both sides have to be balanced, right? Okay. So if I try to break down the vision into two parts, one is the left hand part, which is the wagering side. We are, we have a mission to become the world leader in the provision of horse racing, sport betting, and also lottery entertainment. In order to generate the gaming revenue, this is the left-hand side. And the right-hand side is for the Hong Kong benefit, for our charity, for our communities. So left hand equal to right hand, that means in between, actually, we don't retain any profit. So all surplus arising from the revenue go 100% to the community. So this is our balance sheet and also our vision statement. So left hand, right hand. And our board of steward, our board of director get not even a penny out of being the board of director to attend the steward meeting. So this is our vision. But you may ask, how can we, how are we going to manage the left hand side to generate enough wagering revenue or gaming revenue for the community? We basically operate three products. Horse racing, you heard of it, right? Anyone go to the race course before? No? Oh, okay, I see a few heads. And then we also run football betting, and also we run jackpot, Mark 6 product, a lottery product. And on the other hand, the revenue that we generate from these three product operations all goes to charity, and also the betting revenue, the tax, betting tax revenue for the Hong Kong government. If we don't have this, if Hong Kong government don't have this revenue, each taxpayer in Hong Kong will have to pay 30% more salary tax. So you can see the importance of this betting tax revenue to the Hong Kong government. And we are one of the world's largest community benefactor. And we are actually the first and also ranked the first in Asia in terms of community contributions. So this is a very unique business model. And some of you from Europe or from the States or from UK may also appreciate that in UK there are also bookmakers. In fact, in UK there are many bookmakers like Ladbrokes, Woodham Hill, EasyBet, OpenBet, you name it. But in Hong Kong, we are the sole operator. Why? It's because Hong Kong government don't encourage gambling. Because if you oversupply, gambling products, this will in turn create some social pressure, social problem. But we see that it is not possible to combat illegal betting just by policemen, just by ordinance or regulatory, monitoring. It's also, we see the need to provide a legalized way of, betting to the general people, general public of Hong Kong. And that's why you can see from the history that every time we launch a new product, it's because there was rampant illegal betting activities underground in the illegal market. For example, Mark 6 was introduced because of Jifa in the past, okay? And horse racing was introduced because of illegal horse racing in the past. And also football betting was introduced because there was rampant illegal betting activities in Europe back in year 2000, when people are keen on betting on football results. So this unit, or the need to meet the demand of the general public, actually let Hong Kong government granted a sole licensed operator to run these three products. So you may ask, working in Jockey Club seems to be an easy life because we are a sole licensed operator and we are monopoly. And monopoly means no competition. No competition means easy life. Is that true? I thought the same when I joined the club 15 years ago, because there was only 2 race meetings every week, and I thought, what a wonderful job to work only 2 days, in a week. But the life is not so ideal. In fact, we did face different kind of competitions. If you look at this, actually it tells you the kind of direct competition that the club is facing. Illegal market, nowadays with the technology help, it's just a click away. Okay? You can easily go to the internet site, you can be exposed to a lot of poker games, many offerings on horse racing, betting, and also football betting, basketball, etc., etc. And Macau, offering casino games, is just 1 hour away from Hong Kong. So if we cannot or do not provide equally competitive offerings to our customers, that means people in Hong Kong have a choice. What they will do is to go elsewhere or click on the site and go to the internet to buy their products. So this also illustrates we are not competing with the illegal operator on a level playing field. Why? First of all, they don't need to pay tax because they are illegal, underground. So government don't know their existence. They won't receive a tax bill every year. So they have a very low cost of operations. And they can promote. In fact, if you go to some internet sites, there are some free bets over. That means you actually will be given, let's say, 100 or 200 to try your luck, to bet. In Hong Kong Jockey Club, in our case, we are very highly regulated. What it means is that every new product that we launch, we have to get approval from the government. We are subject to very heavy betting tax. Actually, it's 50%, betting tax, and which actually give us a very unfavorable situation to compete with the illegal operator. So on pricing side, we are not that competitive. But what we can do is to work on the other 3 Ps. You all learn about marketing. There are 4 Ps, right? Who can tell you the 4 Ps? Who can tell me the 4 Ps? Product, place, right? Pricing, and promotion, right? We need to work hard on the other 3 Ps. So, first of all, I think let's talk about our product. As I mentioned, we run 3 products: horse racing, football betting, and also lottery. And let me test out how well you know about horse racing. You know what is a horse, right? But you know what is horse racing, right? So, but there are some knowledge about horse or horse racing. And this is
為咗穿絲，我今日要由10個詞保持健美身段。潮流興瘦身，我日日玩跑步機纖體。呢排比賽壓力大，我要去水力按摩前鬆弛神經。
香港賽馬運動啊，競爭十分之激烈。練馬師為咗提升馬匹嘅狀態咧，除咗呢個慢踱同埋快跳咧，亦都會借助呢個器械去操練馬匹嘅狀態喎。行馬機就好似我哋平時用嚟健身 keep fit 嘅跑步機一樣，馬匹入咗行馬機之後，機器一開就會自動旋轉，馬匹就要跟住部機不停咁樣踱步。唔適宜策騎或者承受重量嘅馬匹，最啱就係用行馬機嚟 keep fit 啦。另外，馬匹喺出圈操練之前咧，亦可以用行馬機做熱身嘅噃，幫馬匹保持一定嘅運動量。除咗行馬機之外，馬匹咧亦可以透過游水嚟增加體能。馬匹游水嘅時候，馬夫會拖住馬匹喺池中兜圈咁樣。馬匹咧需要不停咁喐動四肢游向前，由於水有浮力啊，腳部咧就唔會受到太大嘅壓力啦。所以有腳患嘅馬最適合用呢個方法嚟操練。水力按摩池同游泳池一樣，利用水嘅浮力，令馬匹可以喺水入面盡量伸展四肢，增加血液循環，達到舒筋活血嘅效果。做完水上運動，成隻馬都舒服晒，最適合咧就去曬下太陽。呢個時候咧，馬夫就會帶啲馬去曬太陽燈噃。目的咧就唔係想幫隻馬曬黑嘅，而係想利用太陽燈嘅紫外線，殺死馬匹身上嘅細菌啊！
Okay, there's no standard, A, B, C, D answer. Anyone who raise their hand and dare to answer my question will get a souvenir. But my question will only be asked after your hand is raised. Who dare to try? No one? Really? Okay, great. Okay. Why the horses need to go through all this training?
For better race performance.
Good answer. Can you elaborate more? Why? This kind of training can help to, have a better performance on races.
Okay, two sides. The one is for the house itself, and your training program can provide a better physical condition for the horse, and at the same time you entice that, so the people know you are what you are doing, and they know you're professional and they trust you.
Okay, so good answer. I think two sides is one, get the horse prepared for the race, and second, let the horse owner know that the money that they spend every month worth a while. Okay, because they are not only feeding the horse but also actually training the horses. Okay, so good answer, right? Okay, thank you. Anyone aware that actually there are a lot of training behind, to make sure that the horse can perform at the races? So another video. Okay.
咦，你今日做乜咁神氣啊？行路個頭抬到咁高，乜你睇唔到我對新鞋咩？尋日啊，我個釘甲員專程同我換對為我設計嘅新鞋，着咗佢之後真係成個威風晒㗎。馬匹嘅跑鞋，馬蹄鐵。馬蹄鐵咧就係馬匹嘅運動鞋，而蹄鐵咧亦都分好多種㗎。我手上呢一種咧 U 型蹄鐵咧就係其中嘅一種。香港賽馬會常用嘅馬蹄鐵就超過10種。你可能聽過有人講話蛋腳，其實就係指呢一種圓形嘅馬蹄鐵。呢一種蹄鐵接觸地面嘅面積比較大，卸力比較平均，適合一啲蹄甲脆弱嘅馬匹。另外有啲馬蹄甲太脆，根本就唔可以用釘甲，咁點算呢？遇到呢個問題咧，釘甲員咧就會用呢個包膠蹄鐵同埋強力膠水將呢個蹄甲黐實，另外面頭咧就會加一陣膠布，咁就 OK 㗎啦。咁另外咧呢個出賽蹄鐵同埋呢個神操嘅蹄鐵咧就係唔同嘅喎。
喺現役馬嚟講咧，蹄甲咧分為兩種嘅，一種咧就係我手揸住咧就係由鋁做成嘅盔甲，攞嚟跑馬用嘅。咁平時我哋用嗰啲咧就用鐵做嘅鐵甲，攞嚟操練用嘅。通常跑馬甲咧，我可以維持到2至3英里。咁鐵甲咧就可以耐少少，平均1個月至3個禮拜到啦。
如果話馬蹄鐵係馬匹嘅運動鞋，咁馬鞍咧就係騎師嘅駕駛椅，而馬鞍嘅重量咧就會因應馬匹嘅班次同埋評分咧而有所變動㗎。 香港嘅賽馬係用評分制度，所以出賽嘅馬匹都會根據唔同嘅評分而有一個配磅。所謂配磅就係喺騎師嘅馬鞍下面加上圓片，而呢一種圓片嘅重量由0.1磅到1.8磅都有，適合唔同嘅配搭，確保所有參賽馬嘅負磅重量都符合出賽嘅標準。
Okay, the second question. Anyone want to give a try? Good. So the question is, what's the brand of the shoes that the horse wear?
The brand. I would not know because I'm not familiar with the industry, but it seems like they all have a fixed sort of product that they're using to compete, like to make their competitive fairness among the horses itself. So I wouldn't know the specific things they're using, but I believe that that's the case.
Good try, good try. Even myself, I don't know the brand. Good try. Okay, it's made by Hong Kong Jockey Club. Very good. So it's just a quiz about some interesting fact on horse racing and also horses. It's interesting. And why I want to share with you this because I think the first product of horse racing is to make sure that we are running and operating a world-class racing. Why? If it's not world-class racing, will you bet on it? If it's camel racing, will you bet on it? No, right? So it has to be world-class racing, and also it has to be of high integrity, meaning that there's no people factor behind the race result. So if you look at Hong Kong Jockey Club, amongst the 1,200 horses that we have, 23 of them, rank among the top 100 horses globally. This is an amazing high ratio of high quality horses in Hong Kong. And if you look at this, in fact, we have a horse hero back in year 2000, Silent Witnesses, because these horses actually have continuous champions for 17 times in some global kind of racing. And we have celebrity, Aaron Kwok. Anyone heard about him? Okay. No one know? Oh, okay. He's not that famous, right? Okay. He is a horse racing fan, and he named his horse after his song, Calling for Love. You know Calling for Love? You're so hard studying. You actually don't have any entertainment. Calling for Love or if you would. No? All of you are international students. Okay. And a Kung Fu fighter, a Kung Fu celebrity, Hong Gambo, he also owns a horse called Amble Sky. And their horses actually have good performance in different kind of racing. So first of all is to have some world-class racing. And secondly, on product side, not only the software, but also the hardware, the facilities is important because we see the importance of delivering a total entertainment package. A total entertainment package to the customer. That means it's not only about horse racing, it's about the whole experience, end-to-end experience. In recent 5 years, we have invested billions of dollars to renovate, to refurbish different venues of the race course. You may not be aware that this is actually the facilities inside the race course. You're welcome to come to Sha Tin or Happy Valley anytime to enjoy this kind of world-class facilities. Gallery, adrenaline is for the relatively younger generations, and gallery is for the sit-down dining kind of entertainment. And then we have Haymarket, which actually the design is surrounding about the horse stable. So these are all the investment that we think is important to deliver good customer experience. It's not working. Go back to any backup? Some yes. So no one here has ever gone to race course before? No. Any plan to come to racing? You're in, okay. Where you go? Happy Valley.
Yeah.
In the beer garden.
again.
You don't know what's the name of the
The
thing?
best for
I
where
see.
everyone else is.
And John,
Except people.
you go every Wednesday?
Yeah, I go Wednesday.
Oh, wow. So no professor here, right?
No.
Okay, but you still have a good, academic result, right?
Yeah, well, I'm exchange student too.
Okay, Happy Wednesday is also the brand that we want to embed into our product. The branding promise is actually trendy, worldly, international, vibrant, and also interactive. Okay, this is the experience that we want to deliver to the customer. Whoever come to racing, it's not just about racing, it's about the entertainment. Okay, so I will show you a video and hope that this will be in full screen this time, how we build the brand of Happy Wednesday. Okay. Okay, here we are.
Time just keeps on moving with us. And dreams we need to make every one of them come true. And you're everywhere I wanna be right now. And me, I'll follow whatever path you want me to go. Is this a place where we can go and be whoever we want to be? Tonight, there's a place where music flows. 'Cause there's a place where we can go. It's there for you and it's there for me. Don't stop to think, let's go to the place where music flows. It's happiness right at your door. And breathe and take in everything you've ever known. And move, don't stand on the pattern zone. And live and know with love that you'll never be alone. Is this a place where we can go and be whoever we want to be? And tonight, there's a place where music flows. Is this a place where we can go? It's there for you and it's there for me. Don't stop to think, let's go to the place where music.
So I think enough dancing and singing, right? And what do you think? What do you think? So it's not only about racing. Racing is only part of the entertainment journey that we deliver. It's about socializing, engaging with your good friends, and also a way of relaxation, okay, in a busy life. And this is the brand that we want people to remember every Wednesday during the week of the week. You have something that you can look for to relax, to escape for a while. And so much about horse racing, but besides horse racing, we also have the other two products that we offer to generate the wagering revenue. The lottery, we actually deliver 2 hopes to people in Hong Kong every week because I think nowadays people always want to escape from reality because of high pressure, and every week they have a chance to dream about how they are going to spend their winning dollars after they become the winner. And we also have football betting. As I mentioned before, it was very popular, especially in the younger generation. People like to bet on not only horse racing, but nowadays more and more younger generation prefer, betting on sports like football, basketball, or golf. So, and the product size. Okay, any questions so far? So in short, it's about offering a product that you can differentiate from your competitors. Okay, they can offer the same product for betting, but they cannot offer the same kind of entertainment experience to your customers. So second is about the channel. In the past, channel, the other P is called a place, because in the old day there's only shops, okay? But nowadays we call it channels because there are different kind of channels that is, available to the customer anytime, any place, and any means. So in the club, it's not working again. Okay. In the club, we have 3 channels. But before I start, what is channel? What are channels? Any guess? What are channels? No souvenir, no answer. So this is the drawback of motivation sometimes. Any guess? What are channels?
Platforms,
Sorry?
like platforms of distribution of product.
Yeah, good. A platform for distribution. It's actually how an organization deliver your product or services to the end user, to the customer, right? It's the bridge between the corporation and the customer. It's the distribution. It's also, in the recent years, the delivery of branding promises. Okay, because what the customer see your organization is mainly come from the experience that he has with the channels, right? He only interact with the organization through the channels. So this is the face of your organization. In other words, if you have a good channel strategy, okay, with a good so-called branding element built, then your customer will eventually, over time, have a good image of your organization. So in the club, we have 3 channels: retail, and then teleback, and also interactive services. For retail, it's about the physical touch point, okay? And let's say for Starbucks, so if you go to a Starbucks shop, what will you experience? Good service, right? A very good smell of what? Coffee, right? Very relaxing. Okay, this is what Starbucks want to build their brand. Okay, this is the second place away from home. Okay, if you go to an Apple shop, okay, trying to look for an iPhone, what will you see? Cyber look design, right? What else? All the customer service staff are young, energetic, very helpful. And all the devices are high-tech, right? So this is the Apple image that they want to build through the channels. So in the club, we have physical channels. We have our retail outlets all over Hong Kong, okay? And this is the physical touch that we want to deliver to the end user to project in their mind a very positive brand image of the club. So on the other side, we have interactive services. Nowadays, people prefer this way of communication: WhatsApp, WeChat, Facebook, Twitter. Okay. We also have this kind of channel, a platform, okay, a distribution through a digital means to the customers. So the other one is the teleback voice. Still, there are, well, teleback was once a very popular channel because in the past, telebanking, telebetting is very popular. But nowadays, it all go to digital. But there was a time when people still prefer voice, okay, because they don't know how to key in the number, okay, they prefer some voice touch. So we have these 3 channels. But I think it is important if you, in future, are a channel manager, you have to understand the characteristic of each channel and try to position the channel according to the uniqueness of each channel in order to play to your full advantage, to gain the best possible cost advantage. At the same time, deliver the best possible experience to the customers. And how we do this? Okay. All you know what is a journey, right? Have you ever go to book an airline ticket? Of course. Well, you're an international student, unless you're telling me that your parents help you to do all these things, right? You do it yourself. And a journey is a process that people, when he start engage with in corporation, the step that he will go through, right? It's basically from the awareness of the product, okay? Whether you know what the product is, okay, what are they selling, what are the services, to interest, okay? I start to feel interested about the product. And then I go on to, you know, start relationship. Account opening means relationship development, and the ongoing transaction, and then become a loyal customer. This is the customer journey from end to end, step by step. If you go to an airline, an easy example is that you browse, okay, you check out the flight, availability of flight seat over the internet, and then you try to book. And then after you book, you go to the airport, and then you check in. After you check in, you go to the airport lounge, and then you enjoy the services. And then you get onto the plane, and then you enjoy the services. So this is our journey. And actually, some good airline are very play a very important attention to each customer touch point from step to step. Make sure that the customer is delighted in every interface, with the airlines. So in the club, we also adopt the same kind of philosophy to develop our customer journey from end to end. How we are going to design the process to make sure that the customer is happy, leveraging, as I said before, on the uniqueness and also the strength of each channel. Okay. Take for example, in the retail outlet, we have 102 outlets, and this actually reach out to Hong Kong, the whole Hong Kong. What we do is actually to make sure that we can build the product awareness using the wide network, okay, of the Jockey Club retail outlet. Okay, in the outlet, because we have the advantage of having our CS staff to deliver the service. And that's why we think this is the best place, the best channel to engage the customer, to educate them about the product, okay, to serve them. On the other hand, for interactive, because this is a very cost-effective means of channels for what? Transaction processing. Because the customer do it themselves, you don't need to pay rent, okay, all by themselves. And what we do is only buy a few servers, and we can actually handle millions and billions of transactions. And these channels, we position this as the digital channels. The transaction channel is mainly for processing the betting request, okay, accepting bets from customers. So the positionings of channels, you have to first understand what are the customer journey from end to end. And in each part of the journey, what will be your channels that fit the customer requirement, and then you try to operationalize, okay, the process to make sure that what you are delivering, okay, is important to the customer and they are happy about it. So retail, okay, we have 102 outlets. Actually, the CapEx or the OpEx of this department is about 800 million per year. It's actually a sum bigger than many public listed companies in Hong Kong. So you can imagine the size of our operation magnitude. And then, as I mentioned before, in the race course, we deliver the best possible customer experience. In retail, because of the physical touch, the outlet, we also are undergoing a transformation, okay, to renovate the OCB, the branch, the outlet, to make it more modern, uptrend, and also more appealing to the customers. And as I mentioned before, the Apple example is the image that they want to build an innovative product image to the customer. In our case, we want to deliver a very customer-centric image to our customers. And you can see here, the interactive zone is designed for the younger generation, young adults, to engage them through digital means, okay? In there, you can play with different devices to appreciate the fun of horse racing. In the priority zone, in banking nowadays, they have priority branch, premium banking. In our case, we also have priority betting, okay? And that's why we have priority zone, where you can have a very nice environment with the excellent customer service delivered by our staff. We also have theater to let the customer enjoy the high definition excitement video and audio of horse racing, the process. But what else? nowadays, corporations will not only take care of their revenue, but also take care of their image, their good corporate social responsibility, CSR. So channels, retail is also a very good outlet or platform for us to communicate to the general people in Hong Kong, that we care about the community. And so you can also see some elements in the betting shops, which is community caring. We have caring heart station, offering some convenient services to our neighborhood. We actually list out our betting shops during the non-race day because we don't have business. We don't have too much business. We actually left the NGO to borrow our place for the community use. And we also have some green initiatives to educate people in Hong Kong how to be more green friendly. Okay, these are something that we go beyond our revenue to build a good CSR image. So retail, any questions? Okay, Teddy-Bear. We have 4 Teddy-Bear centers in Hong Kong, and the biggest one is the one in Sha Tin. You know how big is a race course? Okay, very big, right? And our Teddy-Bear center is just underneath the race course. It's just underneath. And we have 3,000 website, so-called Teddy-Bear stations. So you can imagine how big is the center. So we have 4 centers. And the challenge of managing this service operation is about managing a team of part-time. Okay, we employ part-time because we only have 2 race days every week to deliver the most accurate and professional services to take back, okay, using telephone, okay, during the peak hours, the peak minute of every race. People only bet on every race 5 minutes before it starts because they want to wait until they collect all the racing information before they make the decision to bet on which horse. So the last 5 minutes is the highest demand. And we have to make sure all the part-time, they are part-timer, okay, that they are able to handle each bet correctly, okay. If it's not correct, then what will be the result? It's a nightmare because the customer thought that they won the bet, but eventually they found that the Teddy-Bear operator have it wrongly input. So this is a nightmare. So the challenge to manage this voice betting is to make sure that we have continuous process improvement to ensure that the part-time know what to do, okay, and also do it correctly, okay, to meet the demand, the peak demand, 5 minutes before each race. So the last channel, interactive services. This is actually an up-and-coming channel because nowadays people like to communicate using their fingers more than their mouth, okay. I can see sometimes that people talk to each other using WhatsApp, okay. And in fact, they can talk to each other face by face, but they still do the texting, okay. So this is, we have to accept that this is a new generation's kind of behavior, and we can't change it. And so we have to accommodate this requirement. And but with more and more transactions shifting to this interactive channels, what will be the challenges? The key challenge is to make sure that your self-service channel, your interactive service channel, will not crack, will not fail. Is it? Because if you have one betting shop fail, people can go to the other betting shops. If you have one Teddy-Bear operator who calls sick, the other Teddy-Bear operator can handle the call. Is it? So they are backup, okay, for the other 2 channels, retail and also Teddy-Bear voice. But for this, system. This is a system. If it's down, it's down. Then that means during the race meeting, suddenly the customer who used to bet with their phone or internet can no longer bet. So this is another nightmare. So what's the key success factor to manage these channels? Is to make sure that you have a robust system, okay, with a high level of resilience and a high level of reliability, okay? Don't worry if you cannot see it, okay? Left-hand side, we have our data center in Happy Valley. And on the right-hand side, we also have another data center with the same functionality in Jockey. And within each data center, we have cross-backup, okay? So, in other words, in terms of resilience, we have 2 by 2, okay? If 2 by 2 we still fail, we have to admit this is, okay? This is some message from God. But, okay, you can see the importance of having a high level of resilience if you rely on your business, okay, on interactive internet, like Taobao, okay, like Facebook, Yahoo. You don't expect this system, okay, suddenly you turn on your Facebook and then what? It's not working. You don't expect this, right? Any so-called high-tech operator have to have this kind of, competence in their system. So, people. Okay, I see you all as leader of the future. And I must say that Hong Kong Jockey Club also see their people as their most important asset. But why? Why people is important? As I mentioned before, I think the differentiation comes from your people. Because whatever product you have in place or channel you have in place, at the end of the day, you still rely on your people to deliver the services. So what we ask our people to be passionate about is the service. And service is something that differentiates us from the other illegal and underground operator, because many online operators, they only have an interface, okay, with you. They don't have people element, okay? And we have people. And what we want our people is to be proud of being in the Jockey Club because of our passion to deliver the best possible service to our customers. And that's why, first of all, I think it's important to let your team know that you really is very passionate in impressing your customers. So what we do is actually to make sure everyone understands we want to embed a very strong service culture in our people mind. How do we do this? How do we do this? First of all, outside, okay? Let them see what the world is doing around them, okay? And let them compete with the other organizations. Let them learn from the others, and also, okay, let them have the motivation to do better, not only than themselves, but also the best practices operated in the market. So we actually enroll into a lot of competitions. It's a process to embed or to build a service culture in your organization. For example, in last year, we actually joined the Hong Kong Retail Management Association service competition, and we actually beaten down 100 brands in Hong Kong and become the gold award winner. Okay, this is not easy. But what the consequence of this, getting this award, is actually people start to think, I'm of this class, okay, I won't let myself down, okay, I want to maintain, okay, if I work in the Jockey Club, I am of this kind of service standard, okay, I don't want to be second, okay, and as a result, you sustain the momentum. And how do we embed our service culture? Can you 呢個最大。You can hold for a while and try to. Okay, this one. This is true story. Okay, but sorry that it's only in Cantonese. So maybe the one sitting next to some international student can do some, little translation. Okay. This is about a customer who won the Mark 6 second prize, but he lost the ticket.
由於客人嘅中獎彩票有機會喺極短時間之內被實獲者兌現派彩，於是我哋兵分幾路，聯絡鄰近分行留意可疑客人，打電話到申領組凍結派彩，同埋維持大堂秩序，盡力協助客人成功取回彩金。
唔該晒。林生啊，我哋暫時幫你凍結咗張飛先，目前至緊要還領到派彩。
唉，但係我都希望可以攞得翻啲錢啦。如果唔係啊，真係唔知點算啊！何小姐。
林生，張子見到你嚟報仇啊！林生唔使咁客氣喎。
多謝晒你哋，真係好多謝你哋啊！如果唔係你哋幫手，我都20幾萬真係中過水啊！失而復得嘅感覺的確好難忘。佢哋咁落力幫我，仲跪喺地度幫我抄垃圾，我真係好感動啊！用心服務，我做得到。
Okay, do a bit of translation. It's the second prize Mark 6 winner who won 200,000, and he lost his ticket. And after he approached our CS staff, and we try our best to locate a ticket for him. The first thing to do is to frozen the ticket because he can actually remember when he buy the ticket and what's the time, and we can frozen the ticket so that if any other person come to our jockey club and claim that he's the owner, we can hold. Okay. And eventually, I think, a long story short, we actually deliver back, the prize money to him, and he, in return, he bought some food, right? Okay. As a kind of thank you for our staff, to our staff. So another video. Multiple choice. Yeah. Okay. Auntie also you chat.
咦，買咗新手機喎，不如我幫你下載下嗰個程式啊，可以我嚟買到樂趣，好方便㗎。好。誒，可以啦，咁咧你可以撳一下呢度咧，就可以我嚟買到樂彩㗎啦。
啊，好方便喎！而家咁樣可以買到六合彩喎。不過阿仔買部手機俾我，我又唔識用喎，我淨係識打出打入。孫女咧喺澳洲啊，成日叫我咩 check 啊，可以線上啊咩，又唔使長期電話費。
哦，我諗你個孫女咧係講緊 U-Track 啊，其實我都有用開啊，不如我幫你下載埋啊。好。嗱，得㗎啦，咁你咧可以撳一下呢一度咧，就可以同佢視像對話喎。
咦，嫲嫲，你識得用 U-Track 啦？用下點啊？好掛住你啊！
哎呀，我見到孫女啦！哎呀，你哋嚟啊！你哋嚟啊！你哋過嚟睇啊！你過嚟睇啊！呢個我孫女啊！哎呀，佢好中意書㗎嚇！係啊，頭先同你教佢，係啊，拜拜。
Okay. Some translation. We actually encourage our customer to use the apps. And during the process of downloading an apps for an auntie, she mentioned about what's the best way to communicate with her granddaughter in Australia, and asked our staff to help. And then we help them to download a U-Chat. Actually, it's WeChat because of the版權問題啊。Okay, U-Chat, and then he can video conference her daughter, her granddaughter. So I think that's about it.我諗唔使 show 㗎。Okay. Let's move on. Because of time. Okay. Well, you can say what's so special about Jockey Club because everyone is doing customer service. Okay. I think one key difference is that, as I mentioned earlier, we are working for the betterment of Hong Kong people. And so we also see there are something unique that we can do is to show our care to the community, not just by writing them a check, okay, for the charity dollars, but also all our frontline staff, because of the retail network, we also let our team to feel that they are part, okay, of the people. They can be part of the people who can serve the community. So we have a care team, volunteer team, and amongst the 5,000 full-time staff in Hong Kong Jockey Club, we have about 1,300 volunteers, which is 25% of the whole population, which is a relatively high percentage. So what we do is to engage them to participate in different kind of activities, like running for charity, running with the handicap. They can never have the experience to run a marathon, and we pair up, the people to run for charity, and trying to, have a haircut for the elderly. I tried to enroll for this course, but I found that our requirement is quite high because we require 20 hours of training in order to let you touch the head of the elderly, okay? Because it's not that easy, to be frank, okay? Especially when the hair is so thin, it's not easy to cut. And we also have different kind of activities. This actually brings us from serving the customer to serving the community. So we do more than that. And eventually, the effect to your staff is that they feel proud of working in the Jockey Club. Okay? This is different from the other organization. Okay? Other organization, they all work for their shareholder. If your shareholder is happy, then you get a better bonus. Okay? But in the case of Hong Kong Jockey Club, our shareholders or our stakeholders is every people in Hong Kong. And we want to let our staff know, okay, you are not only working for money, you are working for the community. And that's why eventually they will feel take pride to be part of our team. So, about people, I think the key is to groom the second generation of club management. And we have a management training program. I don't know whether you have chance to look at the website. We are recruiting the third batch of MT. Up to now, we have about 100 management trainees in different divisions, and they will undergo a 2 years training program with some, about 100 corporate training and also some on-the-job rotation, real-life exposure to brief up their management skills. And other than working functionally, they also work happily on some project like the annual dinner. We give them 100 million, no, 1 million, not 100 million, 1 million to spend, okay, on a project. And this project in itself is fun, okay? Organizing the annual dinner for the department, okay? So they are the one to do the performance, to organize the whole thing. Okay, don't underestimate the complexity of organizing a happy annual dinner for a department with 20,000 staff. It's not easy. And we also actually promote an internal promotion policy. What is internal promotion? That means all the opportunities will be given to our internal staff. I'm not saying get 100%, but at least 95% of them actually is reserved for our internal staff. Why we do so? There are give and takes, because when you try to recruit a new members into the club, you always think, well, there may be some bright, talent outside. But you are actually sending a message to your internal team that, okay, whenever someone else is better than you got no chance. But our club operation is unique in the sense that our product offering is quite unique. Okay, you may not be able to recruit someone who is so good in wagering and betting outside. Okay, because we are the sole licensed operator in Hong Kong. Secondly, we want to send a strong message to the team that if you work well, if you really committed to do a good job, there is a career ladder that you can move. Okay, in 8 or 10 years, you can be an assistant retail manager. In another 15 years, you can be the head of the department. So this gives them a momentum to work hard. Okay, and what we do is actually to provide them with all kind of support and training to equip themselves for the future challenges. Okay. In fact, if you look at the whole club's investment in people, we have about almost 200 corporate training programs, ranging from technical knowledge to presentation skill, leadership, customer service, client brand, to allow our team or our staff member to enroll. We also have a leadership program for assistant executive or executive level. In fact, for executive level, we have a program called the Leadership in Action. Okay, leadership in action is not academic. You have to deliver a project. During the 1-year course, you go through an intensive training, and also we invite the professor from Harvard come to Hong Kong and give us a lecture on strategy thinking, customer service, this kind of things. So we invest a lot on people. And what's the beauty of the club is that the club is a very big organization. The part that I mentioned is just on the wagering side. We also have our memberships. Okay, we have a clubhouse. We have 3 clubhouses in Hong Kong. We also have our charity arms. Okay, they are the one to give money out, but before giving the money out, the department has to scrutinize the case, the applications. We also have racing department. We also have IT department. So there are so many different kind of functions that once you join the club, and if you dare to try, the sky's the limit. And I want to show you that I myself, as an example, I worked in the club for 15 years. And guess which picture is the recent one? The bottom one. Why? Yeah. So that means I get the message across is that working in the club makes you younger. Why? It's because you have life in the club is never boring. As I said, you have different functions to go after. And during the past 15 years, I worked in 8 departments and was in charge of different big projects, like the launch of internet betting in 2000. Okay, 2000. The launch of football betting in 2003, and also the export of our consultancy service to mainland China and also Taiwan. So it's a very exciting journey, but the point or the key is whether you are willing to try. In a small organization, you can only limit yourself to a particular product or service. In the club, if you are bored with wagering, you can go to charity. We have live example. If you are bored with membership, you can go to IT. Okay, so I want to conclude here. I think only 4 points. First of all, if you design your business model, the very important thing, first thing is to understand what is your target customer. Well, there may be more than one target customer, but you really need to segment them according to their lifestyle, value, and behavior. So after a very crystal clear understanding of your target segment, you then design, okay, a holistic customer surveys or marketing approach using the 4 Ps that I shared with you earlier on to delight the customer and make sure that they will come back and make sure that they see this as a value proposition, okay, to them, something different from your competitors, and let them remember that. And then always we say service operation excellency is a continuous process. The keyword here is today motivator is tomorrow hygiene. What it means is that, take for example, Wi-Fi. 5 years ago, people say, or people think going into a shop with Wi-Fi facilities is something very motivating. Okay, I can connect to Wi-Fi. Nowadays, this is what? Hygiene, something basic. You expect so. If they don't have this, you think, wow, this is not up to standard. So that's why it's important to understand it's a continuous process. You have to keep on improving yourself to make sure that you are in the market and not out of the market. And then I think the last but I think most important point is to lead your people, not only by some monetary motivation or incentives. Of course, this is hygiene, right? Basic. Every organization have to have good salary, good package, good bonus. This is basic. But what else can you give them? What else? It's really about how you can build a team that they are proud of working in the organization. How can Apple make people feel proud of being an Apple employee? Starbucks, similar. And what, okay, in an organization you want to build a staff engagement model that people eventually, after years of service, they still want to work with you, okay, with their heart. Okay, what's the result? After we've done all that, I think the betting revenue is on a rising trend, okay. It's actually record high, but as I said, this is the left-hand side of the balance sheet, and look at the right-hand side. Okay, this is the right-hand side. We give back to the community, and if you can look at the curve, it's steeper, okay, than the revenue growth. So we are trying to giving more out to the community. So this is the end of my presentation, overrun by 10 minutes, and hope I can here to answer some question that you may have on today's sharing. No more souvenirs, right?
Please feel free to raise questions to Mr. Chan if you have ones.
Throughout your presentation, your presentation was about building and I was wondering about the profit model.
Profit model?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Okay, a very good question. The question is, I'm talking about left hand and right hand, but what's the profit model of the club? So this actually have to go back to the product. Okay. So you will ask, how can we make profit from horse racing, okay, and football betting? And I think I have some sharing during the lunch, and it's a bit complicated, but I try to simplify it. So on horse racing, we use a pari-mutuel system whereby, let's say for example, here we have 100 persons. Each of you bet on a horse or a race, let's say $10. That means I have $1,000, right? $1,000, the Jockey Club will take out about 150, okay, as our takeout. And the other 85%, which is $850, will be used as what? Dividend to pay out, right? Otherwise, people won't come to bet with you because you have some payout. So this 15%, after deduction of our operating costs, that means, you know, 鋪草皮，知唔知咩叫鋪草皮啊？ The maintenance of our race, the turf, and also the salary of our employee, all the rest, the service, go to charity. Okay, so this is the horse racing. But for football betting, it's a little bit complicated because football betting is betting against each other. Okay, for horse racing, we don't have any risk. Okay, basically you don't have risk because you are paying out 85% and you take out 15%. Okay, the more they bet, the more you get your service. But for football betting is anyone bet on football betting? Okay, so you know it's fixed odds, right? Right? Okay, so we actually is betting against the customers. If the customer win, I lose. Okay, if I win, customer lose. But why we can still make profit is because of probability. When we set our odds, okay, we actually build in a margin in the odds. That means we pay out less than what should have been paid under the probability. For example, odds and even, okay? What's the theoretical probability of these two outcomes if you, let's say, toss a coin? 50-50, right? So the payout should be $1 or $1. That means if you bet $1, you get $2, right? This is the fair payout. But we only pay out, let's say, 95 cents. 95 cents. That means we take out 5 cents. Okay? You can say sometimes I win and sometimes I lose, right? But over a long period of time, because of this 5% margin, I still can win 5%. Okay, so this is the so-called product side, the profit model. But operationally, we have to ensure every operation process we are using the minimum possible cost to deliver, but still maintain a high level of service quality. It's not easy to explain in 5 minutes, but I think in a nutshell, we are running very commercially. Even though we are a so-called sole license operator, we see ourselves as commercial. We have KPI in our performance appraisal, okay? Like many other commercial organizations, you have a target, you have a goal, you have to meet, okay? So we ensure that every staff is working commercially, and so that, okay, the hard-earned money won't be down the drain in the middle, okay? Any other questions? Yeah.
You're betting revenue right now based on horse racing, football, and then lottery. But then in the future, do you plan to expand to more businesses like, let's say, like, I don't know, snooker, let's say, basketball, let's say, those kind of things?
Well, this is an amazing question because I always want to share this with you because I don't have a chance to share it here because you can remember when I mentioned about the offering, it's substantially because of the fact that we see there are some illegal demand, okay, some demand in the illegal market. And then we think it's time for us to introduce something legalized to regulate, okay, the demand so that the money will go back to the good causes, right? So I think the answer is yes, if we see, let's say, basketball, nowadays quite popular. And in fact, if you look at the illegal market, it's really rampant. Many people now fancy playing basketball or betting on basketball. And so once it comes to a stage that we think, after talking to the Hong Kong government, is require a regulated or legalized product, we will go ahead and do it. Yes, the answer is yes. Any questions from ladies? Good. Seems that I presume my presentation was clear. So okay.
Can you share with us the waiting line issue of the recent jackpot of Mark 6?
Oh, waiting line issue. You know, we have a 40 anniversary jackpot Mark 6 about last month. And I think the question is how do we manage the queue? Okay. A few important things to be aware of is that we know that the demand will be huge. So how many of you actually did try to buy a ticket on that day but failed? Okay, 1. No more. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. So what's your experience? Where you queue up?
I queued up in
Fannan.
Yes.
And
I
you
need
failed.
to wait for around half hour or more than half hour, so I give up.
You give up, okay. But you know, some customer told me that they wait for 2 hours. Yes. And in fact, some betting shops have a longer queue than the others. Like Stanley, the one in Central, Stanley Street, because this so-called shop is famous for, generating first prize winner. So I think, first of all, I think there are some special arrangements for this special day is to manage the demand. In the old day, we don't have any queue management because we just let the people queue in. In that day, we have a single queue, okay? Because if in the old day, what we do is actually to allow the customer free flow, okay? Let's say there are 6 counters, okay? I can do here. If I find there are some, shorter line here, I can move on to here. You know what I mean? Okay, so it's free flow. In the normal day, when the traffic is not that high, this is okay. But in those days with high demand, any allowance of free flow across lines will trigger what? Quarrels, or even fighting. So what we did is actually to change from a free flow queue to a single line. You can see most of the OCB got some queue to guide the customer to the counter, the next available counter. This is the first one. Second one is to manage the expectation. The closer to the stop selling time, the more important to get across a message to the customer queuing up, okay, at the end of the queue, that they may not have a chance to buy their bet, okay. And what we also do is to provide an alternative to the customer at the time. We tell them that in fact you can download an app, okay, and do betting over a mobile phone, and you don't need to queue up. So even if you fail to bet on this time, once you have the application, the apps with your phone, you can do it next time when there's big jackpot, and you don't even need to go to OCB. So I think a few things is you have to forecast the demand, and you have to estimate, actually it's 7 times more than our usual so-called maximum selling day, the boil. So, and then you have to arrange, if necessary, some special arrangement on that particular day. Secondly, you have to manage the customer expectation, okay? Human being is strange. Once you manage their expectation, okay, at the end of the day, if they still fail, or he or she fail to bet, he can still have a sympathy or understanding of the special circumstances. And then thirdly is to provide an alternative, okay? Give them some alternatives, okay? Yeah.
By placing the alternatives like the mobile app for interactive activities, do you feel like did it increase the demand then because more people are using smartphones and stuff like that?
Yes, significantly. So in fact, the best time to sell this service is during a long queue, during a time when people have to queue up, and then actually not that many people are aware of the fact that we have an app. How many of you know? Okay. Only less than 5% of you know we have an app, so we are not that good in promotion, right? Okay. So it's very simple. Just download it, have your account number, and then password. It's easy, very convenient. And the beauty of this app is that I'm not promoting gambling, but just to let you know, if you bet on a Mark 6, if you don't register, in case you are the first prize winner, you got no pay. Okay, you have to register because the prize over 5 million, you have to register online, over the phone. Okay. For apps, you don't need to register, and you don't need to actually, check the number. Checking the number across, let's say a few backslip is complicated because the system helps you to check, and the money will go straight to your account. Okay, so it's actually a very mind-free kind of thing. Very good, convenient channels. It's getting popular because, as I mentioned, the interactive service turnover share is getting a higher and higher percentage of the total. But we have to make sure that this service or this channel will not fail. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? We still have 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
If there's not further question, I'd like to thank Mr. Chang for delivering us such wonderful. And now Sandy and Stephen will present the gift on behalf of all. They will present the gift for Mr. Chang.
Thank you.
photo time with Mr. Chang and Sandy and Stephen. So would you please sit?
Sit or
Sit.
okay.
So please sit closer to the middle. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So thumbs up. Okay,
Like.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is the end of our workshop. Please be reminded that you will have to submit the report.